Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In 2025, UX is evolving faster than ever. From smart AI-driven experience to invisible screenless interaction, the way we design is being redefined. If you're a designer, developer, or a product thinker, understanding these challenges isn't optional, it's essential. In this video, we'll explore 6 key trends that are shaping the future of user experience. We'll look at how brands like Spotify, Netflix, Apple, and Duolingo are already implementing these ideas and how you can apply them in your own work. Each trend will be broken down with real life example, practical takeaway, and insights that help you stay ahead. Whether you are building a mobile app, a website, or a full digital platform, this principle will help you design smarter, more inclusive, and more human-centric experience. So grab a notebook, hit subscribe if you haven't already, and let's dive into the top 6 UX trends you need to watch in 2025. So without taking further more time, let's get started. First is AI-driven personalization. Ever wonder why Spotify or Netflix always seem to know exactly what you are in the mood for? That artificial intelligence working behind the scenes, learning from your behavior, habits, and preferences. AI driven UX design is all about creating responsive, adaptive user journey that evolve with each interaction. It is no longer just about designing a beautiful screen, but designing an intelligent system. Take Spotify for example. Its Discover weekly playlist is curated every Monday, not by human, but by an algorithm trained on your past listening habits, preferred genres, and even the times you typically listen to the music. As a result, it feels like the app gets you. Or consider Netflix, which doesn't just recommend shows, it changes thumbnail images based on what type of characters or story you seem to engage with. Two users might see totally different thumbnail for the same film. One dramatic and moody, the other light and romantic, depending on their watch history. For UX designer, this means moving toward modular components, smart layouts, and behavior-informed flows. Tools like Firebase Remote Config, Adobe Analytics, Help Test, Amplitude, segments, and personalize their experience. Designer should also consider fallback states or alternate design or content shows which AI power feature don't have enough data to personalize effectively. For example, showing a curated playlist for first time users on Spotify instead of an empty screen. Opt outs are user control settings that allow people to turn off personalization or tracking entirely. This helps user feels in control of the data and experience reinforce trust. Make sure these options are easy to find and clearly explained in the UI rather than hidden deep within a setting. The key is designing systems that feel uniquely tailored yet frictionless, often user what they want often before they even realize it themselves. Next is voice and multimodal interfaces. We are not just tapping anymore, we are talking, gesturing, and even glancing. With smartwatches, voice assistants, and AR glasses became increasingly mainstream, we are now designing for interaction that go beyond the screen. Imagine using your smartwatch while jogging and simply saying book me a cab home. The system knows your location, past destination and the time of a day, then instantly confirm the ride without a single tap. Or picture a user wearing AR glasses, navigating through grocery store app by just looking at the shelf labels and making selections through subtle hand gestures. This type of experience requires us master conventional design, gesture mapping, and even anticipating environmental factors like noise or lighting. Tools like VoiceFlow and Wizard of Oz prototyping help stimulate and test these multimodal flows. So what would be the challenge for this? Ensuring feedback loop work without visuals via sound, vibration or a voice. This trend is pushing us to build more intuitive, context aware that feels like second nature. Now let's talk about ethical and inclusive design. This means designing experiences that are honest, fair, and accessible to everyone. In 2025, users are much aware of a sneaky tricks in apps like hiding an unsubscribe button or making it hard to leave a service. People now expect apps to clear, easy to use, and respectful to the time and privacy. For example, Apple Screen Time shows how much time you are spending on your phone in a simple, transparent way. Duolingo sends friendly reminder to practice, but it never pressurize or trick you in its opening the app. It is also clearly ask you if you are okay with sharing your data. Accessibility is a big part of inclusive design too. That means make sure your app works for people who are blind, have low vision, or can't use a mouse. Tools like Stock helps check if your colors have enough contrast or if your design works for colorblind users. You should also add image description and make sure people can use the app with just a keyboard. Even the words you use matters. Write in a way that is welcoming, avoid stereotypes and make everyone feel included. And finally, Test your design with the people from different background, ages, and abilities. This helps you catch issues early and build something everyone can use. When users feel respected and included, they are more likely to trust your product and keep coming back. Fourth is emotion-driven microinteraction. These are the small details in your app that make it feel more fun, human, and satisfying to use. Microinteraction include tiny animations, gentle sound effects, or a vibration that happen in response to something the user does. For example, when you swipe right on a Tinder, the way the card bounces back add playful feelings. On Duolingo, when you finish a lesson, the app celebrates with a stick frames or a dancing owl. It is a small thing, but it makes you feel proud and encouraged to keep going. In Todoist, complete task shows a burst of confetti, make you feel like you have accomplished something big. These simple effects can make user feel more connected to the app and keep them coming back. You can create this with tools like Lottie files and Principle. But it's important not to overdo it. Only use animation when it helps the user or add a bit of joy. Keep it fast under 300 milliseconds and make sure it matches the mood of your app. Whether your app is serious, calm, or playful, your microinteraction should feel like a natural part of the experience. When done right, these tiny touches turns everyday actions into memorable movements. Let's talk about clean and simple design, also known as minimalist content first layouts. In today's world, apps and websites are often filled with too much stuff. But some of the best apps like Notion, Apple owns app, and Linear focus only on what really matters, the content. They use large, lot of space, easy to read text, and very few distractions. This helps users find what they need quickly and feel less overwhelmed. When we remove clutter, it became easier to scan, read, and understand the screen. Designer use strong headings, simple fonts, and a lot of white spaces to make things feel clear and calm. White space isn't empty, it's helpful because it gives user eyes a break. Many designers now use tools like Material Design 3 or Tailwind to build clean, consistent layout. Apps like Headspace or Balance take this even further. They use soft color, gentle animation, and a kind of a language to make user feel relaxed. The real challenge is knowing what to leave out. Good minimalist design means removing anything that's not helpful, so user can focus on what matters the most. Finally, let's talk about using real-time feedback to improve your design. This means watching how people use your product after it launches and making changes based on what they do. Tools like Hotjar, Full Story, and UX can let you see where user clicks, scroll, and get stuck. You can watch recording of their session or look at a heat map to find trouble spots. For example, Booking.com is always testing different words, colors, and button placement to see what get the best result. Airbnb watches where users hesitate or get frustrated, then change the design to fix those issues. But it's not just about data and numbers. You also need to ask user directly through surveys, interviews, or usability tests to understand what they are feeling. That way you know both what's happening and why it's happening. This process of measuring and improving over time is called continuous UX. It's not something you do once and forgot. It's something you keep doing as long as your product exists. It helps you build better experience that match what user actually wants and need. And that's the wraps up the 6 UX trends shaping 2025, from AI personalization to ethical design and real-time feedback. The future is more dynamic, responsive, and human-centered than ever. Which of these trends do you see impacting your work already? Drop your thoughts in the comment below. I love to hear your take. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone in your team or design community. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification so you don't miss the future videos on UI UX design tools and creative strategies. Let's keep learning and build better experience together. Thank you.